Welcome
to the
epic show.
Warning. You're about to embark on an adventure of epic proportions. Buckle up, bucko. You're now tuned in to the Epic Show. With your hosts, Gabe and Dave. Coming to you live from the Epic Center.
Welcome to episode 16 of the Epic Show podcast with Epic Gabe and Epic Dave. Got a special guest here today.
He's a guest.
Fellow bro who doesn't scroll.
Use my stage name.
Christian the Bum.
No. Not my government.
Oh, we can blur that one out.
Mub the Briss.
Is it
Christian
Braille over here?
No.
Christian Braille.
So how would you... So you're a bit of a creative, wouldn't you say? You're a content creator / editor /
I'd say so. I try to, at least.
I'd say creative.
I've never seen you try though. You say
My
you
job
talk
title,
about
my
you try.
official job title at my job is just creative. They didn't want to
It's
give me a
just
title.
bum.
They just give me
And
everything.
I know how big the head on your shoulders got when you read that.
Well, I was
You
kind
just
of
said,
like...
"That's
I was
going
kind
in
of
my
mad
bio."
because I was like, this is not industry transferable. Like,
Creative.
you know, like, how do I tell someone, like, well, my salary should be this based on my job title? It's like, what the fuck does that mean?
It's just like the equivalent of autist.
Can I use no words?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Fuck.
Fuck, piss, shit, come.
I'm going to need anyone who's listening to this podcast right now to go to YouTube and watch this podcast because this is a spectacle.
We're at the bum's house right now.
We're at the bum's house and the vibes are immaculate.
We're at the
in here.
bum's
vibes.
house. Yes,
The oxygen's so
I actually
clear.
curated these vibes myself.
You kind of have an interesting aura, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. I have synesthesia or whatever that shit is called, where like I see different things as colors. You know?
You're weak.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Like we had this conversation already. Like where like what color is
It was
math?
just me and you.
and
Oh,
it's
God.
green.
And it's
It's
wrong.
not
and that's
red.
wrong.
It's not red.
Math
you
is
fuck-
red.
Math is
It's not.
red
It's not
because
red, you-
I get red
like, he's-
mad when I see it.
He's talking about the colors that they try to make you think the things are.
Oh, so it's the man who.
Yeah, like
makes
that's
you
what they
think
make
that.
the textbooks
You think I'm
for
falling
you.
for the man?
They got you, bro.
Nah.
It's okay though. It's all right.
Blue pill awe.
Yeah.
I'm just over here like consuming blue pills. Like,
You have a backpack you carry around and you're like slouching backwards because of all the blue pills in there.
No, he just has like the fucking straw coming out of the backpack, and it's like liquefied blue pills. With, like,
You're just
Okay.
slurping
blue
it.
guys.
pill,
Okay,
blue pill
guys.
boba. He's eating blue pill boba.
mother's milk. Okay. Joke all you want, but science is green.
Yeah.
Whatever.
David
I can
can
agree with
agree.
that.
Whatever,
I knew David. would agree
History
on
is
that.
like a yellow or a brown.
man. History.
History is brown and
yellow.
orange.
History is yellow.
No,
The people don't
history
care
is
about
not
this.
I'd say,
yellow.
yeah, it's
This isn't epic enough. Let's get more epic.
You know what is epic?
What's epic?
Language being yellow.
well,
Maybe if you're talking about language
what's
and
English?
history,
Or is
for
that, I guess,
us.
is the same.
Fuck you, dude. Whatever, man.
You know what? I think English is turquoise, my opinion.
Was everybody's first language
control.
English here?
All right, dude. Subtle way to segue into being bilingual, dude.
I'm just asking. Like,
Am I in a room full of?
am I in a
Wait.
room full of single linguals?
You're like,
Oh, you're a single language wielder, aren't you?
oh, you
oh,
only
that's crazy
know
because
one
I actually
tongue.
speak trilingual.
You only wield one tongue.
Okay, dude.
How many
Get it
tongues
over
do you
with.
wield?
Get it over with.
I was
How many
just
words?
wondering, dude. Mine was English. I was just wondering.
You can look at us and tell that I don't know Spanish.
I don't know. My
I
first
took 2
language was
years of
sign
Italian,
language.
2 years of French. Couldn't tell you a word.
You took ASL?
No, well, my mom like taught me sign language, so I could talk before I could talk.
So you found ways to be an annoying little pretentious.
I was literally
piece of
talking
shit.
as
He's like,
like
how can
1
I?
years old.
He's like, I'm gonna get a job titled creative, and I'm going to be bilingual, and everyone's going to.
And it was prophesized on his
That's
hands.
really offensive. Do it again.
Oh, that was offensive?
Probably censor that out.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
You just said so many slurs in
Yeah,
ASL.
what?
You think?
No, it's okay.
Well, we'll get in more into this guy over here, but probably just. I was just wondering how you guys' week was. Gabe, how was your week?
Dude, I'm going to be honest. It was less of a week, and it was more the past 27 hours. In the past 27 hours, my car, I'm watching my little sisters this weekend, and I have to take them to school. And it's the only thing my mom like entrusted me with to do. And I was like, all right, I'm going to do that. I woke up really early. I had like 2 hours of sleep, and I'm like, you guys are getting to school. And I go, car breaks down.
Those school hours are no joke.
No, I got
Were they late to school?
car broke down, pulled into a church parking lot, had extra coolant in my trunk, and I was like, I'm fixing this, and I'm
Oh my God,
not.
it's so hot.
Literally.
I pumped open my hood, poured it in there.
Super dangerous.
By the grace of God, I don't know how, because my car was not going when I was pushing the engine, or when I was pushing the pedal, and I just poured like a magic liquid in.
Hellcat hour.
All right, take a shot.
Every
you hear
time a Hellcat. Yeah, sorry. We're in the beautiful city of Atlanta.
Buckhead.
Then I poured the magic liquid in, and then all of a sudden I turned the car back on, and it was like, well, it's fun. So that was that. That was this
So you
morning.
just poured a potion on it, and
I literally just threw like a
Literally just
chug
like
jug.
on a nail.
Chug jug. That is
I
a
just
chug
chug
jug.
jugged it, and I closed my closed my hood, and I was like, all right, well, let's go. I get home from taking them to school, and I'm like, all right, the worst part of my day is over. My mom calls me, and she's like, hey, you remember your biological father?
No. What?
He's getting sentenced 3 years to federal prison.
There's the article.
And
Why don't you have a mullet? Your life just screams mullet to me.
I had a mullet, and
right,
we'll
thank God.
flash
yeah.
that here.
did.
It was a failed mullet, but because I went to the barber to
Yeah.
get the mullet, and he was like, "Bruh, I don't know what." But so my dad, whenever the COVID relief money was going around, he hit that shit for 650 bands.
He just hit for 6. What we on tonight?
911. Daddy's at the Ritz.
And where did he? What did he use that money for?
And what did he pump it into? My genius of a father? Cryptocurrency.
At the time, I feel it. So, at the time,
In
it's
2021, like whenever all that shit was going crazy. Yeah.
It's like, bro, like you could have made a move.
I think he did make a move, and you know what I think he's doing? He's about to go do those 3 years on his head.
Easiest money of
On his
life.
head. And,
Honestly,
and he's gonna file bankruptcy the day he gets out, and he doesn't owe shit.
no, honestly, bro, I literally thought of that. I was like, yo, like, would you do 3 years for like 5 million?
Oh,
Like,
$5 million.
like, I'm chilling.
On my
Dude,
head.
I've heard like it's not that bad. Like you're
chilling.
just playing b-ball with your boys.
Well, not when you're 59, like my dad. But,
Oh yeah.
but still, there's a video. It's a really funny video. I haven't showed you guys yet, but I'll show you after the podcast. He was a mayor of a small town in Tennessee.
Okay.
And so it was like a big deal. It made all the news outlets
Small news.
in
Do all the local news.
Oh,
networks.
in Tennessee. It made all the news
Like on
outlets.
every gas station pump.
Oh yeah, George Thacker. But there was
Throwing
this guy,
out the government.
it's my dad.
I guess.
But there was a video of him going down the stairs, and like the young news reporter they sent to do this, he was the only news reporter waiting outside the courthouse for him, and he was like,
Like this is my big break.
yes, and he was like, Mr. Thacker, can you answer my question? And his legal team was like, no. And then he like narrated over it and was like, after he got sentenced, George made a quick exit for his like ride outside, and like the video, he was not in no rush at all. It was the slowest I've ever seen a guy go down a set of stairs in my life. I'll show it to you though. It's so funny. And I looked at it and I said, he just like me for real, bro.
And now the inheritance of debt goes to Gabe.
I need to give him a call. I need to give him a call to be like, yo, you're declaring bankruptcy, right? Like, I'm not rolling. This shit ain't rolling over on me, bro. Like,
That's hilarious.
Because that's going.
if he thinks like me, he's declaring bankruptcy.
You can't. What if you say that on like a jail phone? Though? Now you're a co-conspirator. It's like
Throw me in there too, and I'm gonna walk him through it, bro.
I feel you.
I will walk Pops through it as long as it doesn't end up on me.
Little song.
That's a lot. Yeah,
a
you're
lot of
not
money.
paying that off.
No,
anytime
I'm not.
soon.
I'm not paying that off.
Yeah, it's
Well,
crazy.
that's
How was your week?
I got some cool freelance stuff done this week. I really spent some time.
yeah. You're a colorist,
editing.
aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a colorist. Yes, I am a colorist. And the movie I was coloring just actually premiered today, so work's done.
Wait.
Oh, you got drops?
Congratulations on your Sundance and nominated
On your
indie
art house film.
Yeah, thank you. A23.
Yeah, A23, dude.
A23.
For
No,
y'all,
but,
for the people who don't know color, what he does. I mean, he doesn't do this full time. He's not a
Color correction.
He's not a color
yeah.
corrector, but it's you
Great
just,
money. If I were to be.
well, it's his choice if he wants to do it or not. But it's he just fixes the colors of like movies and stuff.
Anytime someone says just, I feel like it's like so condescending.
He just does the
like,
color.
Yeah, what? Like,
Basically, puts an Instagram filter over whatever they send him, and then he
no,
just
but
makes
like
big racks.
for how much they pay you to do it, that is literally like it's just like it's. Are you kidding me? Like,
It's about as just
how
as
much?
it gets.
Yeah.
No,
So I just
I
watched
watched
it.
you do it. It's so hard looking.
Well, once you figure out the basics, it's as quick as I did it. Like, it's just white balancing and figuring out the mood, but it's cool because you can like psychologically trick people. You know, that's my favorite
they
part
make
about
you-
it. Like, if you use the color yellow, people get like happy. If you use green, they get
Yeah.
uneasy. If you use red, they get mad. So like making it white balanced, but like slightly skewed towards blue, they'll be more sad than normal. So you can like really play with people's emotions, and like the color is actually number 2 right after music when it comes to like manipulating people visually.
Yeah.
So that's why like
Sick.
a lot of the Batman movies and Joker movies and DC is famous for putting green in their white, and that makes you feel uneasy. So that's why all their movies, so you feel like you're just watching something so gritty and it's just so like fuck, like what's
Yeah.
happening?
What's that one movie
And
with the? Sorry.
No, I was saying it's like that mixed with like the slow like rising alarm sound in the background, and it's like getting greener. I was watching it like you guys are so evil. Like it's hilarious.
What's that one movie with the sisters that came out a couple years ago, based on a book, and it goes like from present to future, back and forth.
Oh,
I forgot the name of it.
I don't think
It's
I
a
know what
great
you're
movie.
talking about, but yeah, like
They used like a blue scheme to like show the present because it's like depressing,
Yeah.
and then they go back to like a yellowish
yellow, yeah.
to like show their past.
Yeah.
of
That's
happiness.
why past is usually in
pretty good.
sepia because it's all yellow.
It's like
know
there's a
sepia.
Why is foreign countries in yellow?
yeah. Why
every
is Mexico
single-
just always orange?
Mexico
Why
is
is it-
yellow for some reason. They always do
It's
Mexico like
Breaking
even-
Bad. It's just
Yeah,
deep fried.
no,
like-
literally.
It's so deep fried, and it feels racist. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't
It's
know,
like,
bro.
look, Americans at the shitty places. It's all yellow and gangrene.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like they try to
Never
make you
go
feel.
here.
They try to make you feel
Yeah.
uneasy about it. Like, oh, like there's no
Ooh,
laws
minorities.
There's
Here. You know,
no laws.
it's like there's no fucking Daddy USA to save you here. Now they're really in the thick of it. Like
How are they gonna get out of this
the lights
situation?
green. Yeah.
But you've been there's a lot of hats under the film industry, and what would you say?
and a
like,
lot of cap as well.
what are some of the like roles you've played in the film industry? You've been an editor. You've been a
Yeah. So I've been
Light
I've been
guy.
doing film industry stuff. My first job ever, I was craft services, which is like
Whoa.
the snack person
oh god.
on set who like it was my job to like organize the granola bars and the water bottles in the right way and stuff. And I'd be like, can I? It's called watering the crew when you walk around and like give water to people. So they called Christian, water the crew. And I was like, well,
Yes, sir.
But I was like 13 because
Oh.
I had like an in because my
that
dad
legal?
worked in the industry. And definitely not. And like they couldn't pay me, so they like paid him an extra $300, and he like gave it to me.
Yeah, and he
But,
gave you $5.
Yeah, literally. But so going from there and then just like PAing my way, which is production assistant, just PAing my way through like high school, and then eventually learning that I had a knack for editing. So I kind of went into that lane. In high school, I was on my school's like morning show thing, and like our morning show was pretty good. Like we kind of set the tone for all morning shows in Georgia. They all like kind of copied us afterwards. I'm not making that up. Like they would email us and like me and be like, yo, like we're stealing your idea for segments and like your ideas for this. And like we were one of the first morning shows with like an intro, and we would just
Ours did that too.
Yeah. They probably like
We
I'm not
probably
even
jacked
joking.
us.
Like we actually won like 5 student Emmys my sophomore year.
Where do you even go to receive that?
You go to the Emmys. It's not the Emmys. It's just like the non-televised, like 3 p.m.
What?
It's like the non-televised 3 p.m. part. We all went and we were like, it's
You
suited
won
up.
Emmys?
Yeah, I have 2.
You have 2
best-
Emmys.
I have 2.
from the Emmys.
Yes, I have 2, and then I contributed to 3 more in high
This
school.
guy.
But they're high school. But they're fucking high school Emmys. Like, I mean, it's cool. It's definitely. Hey, Emmys. Thank
It's
you.
still an Emmy.
Thank you, Emmys. But like, I won best host, and I think we won best intro for a morning show. Or
I was
for-
about to say like.
and I did the intro, so that was me.
So you carried pretty hard.
Pretty hard. I actually taught the class, which is like a real true Jackson VP moment, you know, where it was like I would go in early and show my teacher like what to do, and then during class he'd be like, okay, so today we're learning After Effects, and we're gonna
He
be
just
doing
sits down
this."
and lets you teach the class, and
He
while
would
he's
just
playing
do
solitaire.
No,
you
like
did?
so I would go in and like pre-do everything, and then he would show the class what to do.
Sick.
I'd like line up points to like ask a question. It was fucking sickness.
Would you answer them sometimes?
No, because like and I didn't care. I was just like, the better our show is, the better like it'll look. So I was just like, it's cool if everybody knows. And I'm not saying I was the only one that knew how to edit. Like for some reason, my class was like just a group of amazing editors that have gone on to do cool stuff. Like this one dude like runs UGA's TV program. Like another dude, Harrison. Shout out Harrison.
Harrison Neville.
Harrison Neville. He's a pretty popular streetwear dude here in Atlanta. He was in my morning. He was one of my partners actually a lot. He's cool.
He's a sneaker con savant.
I know him and his cameraman were both in my class. A couple of pretty cool musical artists. So it was dope. It was a dope experience for sure. But that should answer your question about like I like on camera and behind the camera.
Yeah. Well, you said if you had to pick one, would you pick editor? Or is that just what you're best at?
You know, after being
His
like,
ego would never let.
so my ego actually is most hurt when I'm on set and not talent. That's
Yeah,
the worst. If
exactly.
I'm like on set being like electrician or some shit, and like I'm just watching the talent like just sit
Yeah.
there and make twice as much as I'm making, and I'm like, I'm better than you.
I'm better.
And I
Oh,
got
this
to
is terrible, by the way.
experience, yeah, bro, these seltzers are not hitting. But I got to experience being talent on a Sprite commercial once. I wasn't even doing anything. Like I was literally like background, but I was just standing there. I got cast as a bodyguard for like this really cool role I wanted. But I was like bodyguard to the fashion designer that got a Sprite deal.
Oh, that's sick.
But it was cool though, because like I was getting paid just to stand there with like my hair in a bun and look mean. But it was like I got the star treatment for like 6 hours. Like I was like in my trailer and
And you
like
never
people
got
were
it again.
watering me. You know what I mean? But at one point it was like I
How
still
the
felt,
hoses have turned.
no, literally how the exactly. But I kept like they kept getting mad at me because I still like have that crew in me. You know, like I'm still part of the crew in my brain. So like someone would be like moving a table or something, let me help. And they'd be like, you legally can't touch this, you're talent. And I'd be like, I guess. Or like we were waiting in line for lunch. And I was like, yo, you guys get in front of me, like you're the crew. Like you like go first.
Right.
And they would get mad at me, like, no, talent eats first. I was
Oh
like,
my
yo, I kind of
God.
hate like that you guys are trying to like cause this divide between talent
Yeah.
and the crew.
Like we all ain't here to do this.
Yeah, so that kind of turned me off from being talent also. So editor is that nice sweet spot where you still get to be creative, but you don't have to be like faced with a weird hierarchy in your face.
I understand.
You know? So
But the-
post-production.
The lifestyle of an editor is
It's
pretty rough.
definitely late nights, early mornings. Like
yeah.
I went to bed at like 5 a.m. yesterday and woke up at 7 a.m.
Wait, You woke up at
I had 2 hours of sleep
yeah.
because this edit I did, the movie, if you didn't know, a movie takes 9 hours to export. And I had to watch it because it would fail sometimes.
Wait, do you watch the entire
what?
movie before you export to like make sure you?
I watched it at 3 times speed because I'm just looking for color. So I don't care about dialogue and stuff. I'm making sure nothing repeated, nothing clipped, and that I got every scene. I'm just looking to make sure the colors are balanced.
Yeah.
So it was an hour and a half. It took me 30 minutes to watch it. But I mean, I've seen that movie front and backwards like 10 times now. I don't even want to watch it. That's why I didn't go to the premiere. I was like, I'm not watching this again.
I did that for some of my classes at film school, and I had to. I would play it in like 2 times speed.
That's a life hack. I'd be like in my car.
Yeah,
like,
I would do while I'm like driving. But
Look at you guys. Look at you editors.
that's a real film school shit right there. You really been in it, David.
But yeah,
No, I actually attended film school as well.
That's lit, bro.
It was actually television.
television
That's
major.
lit. That's lit.
It was a television
it?
major.
That's lit. That's lit.
So we're all just a couple.
That's real analog.
Cinephiles over
yeah,
here.
just some CRTs, just chilling on the couch.
Yeah, he built CRTs and then
I was more on the production side of TV.
That's cool. That's cool. I always
It's also a lie.
well. All right.
get out of my house.
No, I leave. You guys just,
All right, back to
Well,
well, Squirtle.
draft.
yeah.
We just
Draft.
2 hours of drafts.
That's funny.
So you've always been creative, right?
Yeah.
And did you feel a lot of pressure to be
Oh, yeah.
creative from your
So-
dad, or
Up until college, no. I never felt pressure from my dad. It was always like, because my mom's side of the family, they're all accountants, very successful, like big accounting stuff. And I tried that for like 2 weeks in high school. I had like a midlife crisis at like 18. Like I was wearing a suit, going into work early every day, looking at numbers. And I'm good at numbers, but I was just like, I can't live that cubicle lifestyle. Like, I can't do it. And growing up, I'll go to my dad's job and it'd be like, I think I told you a little bit about it. It was just like the funnest environment ever. He worked in movies. So like they had this special room called the Vault where you could go and it was like their personal blockbuster. They had every movie that hasn't come out yet because they were working on it. It's like you can go rent a movie and like I signed like thousands of NDAs because of that. Like it's just like I'll break all of them. But it was just like no, so I always wanted to be in the creative industry, but it wasn't until like I started getting to that age where it was like, you should be making money. But I was like, okay, how do I make money but still be creative? And that was when the kind of pressure set in where it was like, all right, I got to figure out some way to make something shake because just like doing the cool artwork for myself isn't paying the bills.
Right.
I don't want to get a 9 to 5.
Good look at
So-
your
being
cringe 9 to
being
5.
a level 100 deviant art
No, literally.
mod is not paying
That's
the
what I'm
bills.
saying. I was like, yo, this shit is cool and all, but so I got really into like YouTube, kind of first year, second, third year of college and stuff with my friends. We called it BSTV, and it was based around like thrift shopping and music. So it was just like stuff we like to do, and we there's this guy named Paul Cantu on YouTube. I don't know if you know who that is. He's like the thrifting god.
Okay.
But he also like, and I don't know. Actually, I'm not gonna say that because he might see this. But I feel like at this point he's planting stuff in the thrift shops because every episode it's like, no way, I found a Bape jacket and brand new Chicago ones.
And it's like with the tag still on it.
But like
there.
3 times a week, and he's going to the same thrift shop. I'm just
Okay,
like,
okay.
I've thrifted with the best of them. Like I found that type of stuff before, but not 3 times a week every week, where you need a thumbnail. And like, he'll walk in and like, what's that? And like, you didn't even look at it. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Like it just caught my eye.
he'll walk in. Is that Babe?
Is he going to like the bins or just like regular?
He's going to regular Goodwill.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
don't
the
know
odds.
that.
Like, where's
Especially
your
not
good?
today.
He was like in Texas. I'm just like, I don't know. But I think originally it started true. He was doing like cool vintage stuff and he was finding realistic things. And so he had his business model. I remember it clicked in my head. He was thrifting and he would sell the stuff he thrifted on the channel. It was very early in that kind of space of like
Yeah.
Depop, before Depop. And I was like, okay, that makes sense because like it gives your viewers a way to feel like they're involved in the show. Like, oh, this is the shirt. I watched the episode. I saw him pick this out, blah, blah, blah. So me and my friends would go thrifting, and then we would sell the stuff on our website, bummythings.com. That's why I'm Cookthebum, because we were Bum Squad. So it was Bum
Yeah,
Squad
yeah.
Television, BSTV.
Who came up with?
Bum Squad? Not
That
me.
name.
I joined Bum Squad.
Okay.
So it was my friend Kosi and Omar and all of them. They came up with it in high school. I was friends with them, but then eventually I became Bum Squad. And then I was like, okay, I'm just going to change my name to Cookthebum.
It rolls.
Yeah.
Rolls off the tongue succulently.
Because my last name's Cook, so Cookthebum. But basically, we were reselling the stuff we bought, and the profits were great because it's like, buy a $2 shirt and sell it for $35.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty nice. So making a cool little
Graphs are insane.
yeah, we're making a cool little check off that. Like it was really cool, like just living off my own business and stuff. But as with most things, like it's just hard to keep up doing content creation when you don't have that big following yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was more like of a local thing. And at the time I didn't realize it, but it was really good that I had like somebody in Barbados bought something. And like just random people. Like I always say to myself, your idea isn't really fleshed out unless you could like sell a stranger on it. Because your
Right.
friends are going to be like, that's the coolest thing ever. Like your family or even someone I tell about it.
Yeah.
But once you see my thing on the shelf with someone else's product and I don't have to pitch it to you and you buy my thing, then now we're talking about a real idea.
Yeah.
So I felt like at that point, if in hindsight, it was a good thing I should have kept going. And now I'd be 6 years in and I'd probably, who knows where it'd be.
Yeah.
But at the time I was like, I'm only making like a couple sales a month. Like I was getting lazy. I edited like 100 videos in 3 months. I was just like, I'm
Jeez.
getting tired of this. Like I'm still barely recovering from like the editor overload that happened with that.
It hurts bad.
Dude, like editing a video all night to get 10 views,
Oh,
like
dude.
50 times in a row. This is before I met all the BroCode people
like
that learned about
bouncing
going
the head
viral.
off
I
the
didn't even
wall.
know anyone that was viral other than like Harrison from my school. I was
And
just
that's
like,
a long shot.
and that was like, he had been doing it since we were in high school. So I was like,
Yeah.
dang, he's 6 years in. I'm only 1 year in. Like, it was just a whole thing. So I kind of stopped. And I started and stopped BSTV like 6 times because of that. We'd start, get some traction, and then hit a low point and just like, all right, like, I still need to make money. I'm not going to
Yeah.
do this.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I had like probably like 2 weeks where our clips
Yeah.
were getting like 60 views. And I'm just like, why
Dude,
am I
it's
even
tough.
doing this?
It's
Staying
tough.
up
At
all
least with
night.
this thing, like we can look to our right and to our left and see someone like went viral. Like TP
Yeah.
just yesterday.
Yeah, he got
one of the
he's probably at
BroCode
13
members.
million by now.
Yeah.
Dude, like he
24
posted
hours,
a
he
video.
posted a video.
He posted a video in 24 hours. He gained 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
Like this
he
happens.
deserved it.
It and like we've seen it happen multiple times. So now it's like there's a different type of battery in my back, you know, where it's like I can't say I haven't seen it done at least.
Yeah.
Before it was just like grasping at straws, like, is it even real? Like, are they paying for followers? Like, I didn't know anybody that it really happened to. I could look in the eyes and see it happen. So it was kind of discouraging for sure. So then it was just like, I'm creating just to create. Like, I came up with like 10 seasons of my own clothing brand just for the hell of it because I just needed to get that out of my head.
Right.
But I didn't sell it. But like,
You never
I
know
have
when it could come back.
that too, but I got it really into making clothes and got obsessed with like Virgil Abloh and just started like making DJ mixes and making clothes for the free ski, just for the homies.
We
I guess we're not homies because we don't have any.
Well, that's in the works because
Yeah.
there's
Epic
no
Show
one I
merch?
trust. There's no one I trust to create Epic Show merch
I got you guys.
except for him.
I'm built for it. I literally been training just for this.
You've been working on this for a long time.
I'm training just
All that stuff you just talked about was
Yeah.
Can
made
you
for
just
the Epic Show
channel
merch.
that into?
It's gonna be like your handwritten sign on a shirt.
So how much
That's it.
I'm telling you, that'd be so hard.
how much
Gildan.
crypto do you accept? We got about
I've got an investor.
650,000.
I've got an investor. He's on hold right now, but
Just give it 3 years.
He's
3
using,
years will be-
he's using Gabe coin.
Promise we'll pay you.
dude, if he called me and was like, "Look, we're gonna pump this into Gabe coin,"
How much Epic coin?
dude, Epic going ding ding ding.
numbers.
That would do some litty
But-
numbers.
Welcome to the pyramid.
Literally. It's not a pyramid. It's a 3D triangle.
But Yeah, your dad is pretty like.
Yeah.
He's a decorated.
Do you
member,
like hate?
right?
Like, do you hate like bringing
No.
up your dad?
No. It's all good, bro. It's all
Because my dad, well, my dad's like very smaller scale, but people also like because my dad's on the news or whatever, so people are always like bring up my dad, like, oh, I saw your dad and stuff. I'm just like, yep. And
No, yeah, like so. What you're referring to? My dad, he's similar to me, but he's gone really far in the film industry. So shout out to him. He always looks out. But nepotism is definitely a thing in the film industry. So I can't say it hasn't helped me, but also like it stopped me sometimes. Like I can't get certain jobs, certain places just because he's connected there, and it's like I can't.
Yeah, people
But
think that you just automatically get like a
it
free
actually
pass,
stops you
but-
a lot of the times. But most of the time, it will be stuff like someone will ask him to do something freelance. He's like, I don't have time to, but my son is just as capable as me. I was doing that in high school. Where like I was working under like a fake name, like he would like be like, "All right, my company will take care of that." It was just like me who couldn't
like-
fill out an LLC yet. Like
in like your PJs, like
no, literally, like I was doing broadcast
He's, like,
level stuff at like
stacking, like,
16.
books and books and books of things
Yeah.
to do on your desk, and you're just like,
No, literally. But no, yeah, he as far as designing clothes, I get that from him too. He actually did Spike Lee's clothing brand.
yeah,
The
that's
90s.
insane.
it's crazy, dude.
Called Spike's Joint. He like managed the store. He like
And that was a big thing.
it was a
Like,
huge thing. They had a store on Fairfax and one in Brooklyn.
and Spike Lee is like the
Yeah,
icon of New York.
yeah. So he the store, it wasn't just like they sold that either. It was like a modern day consignment store. Like think of like Full Circle or whatever here in Atlanta, where they sell like the coolest stuff of the time. So they would sell cross colors and all the new like cool stuff. But they also sold Spike Lee's brand, which he designed. And then he went on to design his own brands, and he's designed clothes for all types of people.
He designed the entire like
Most of it.
Spike Lee.
I'd say pretty much most
brand.
all of it. If he didn't design it, he approved it. Like he pretty much all of it.
And how old was he when he did that?
That's the thing. He was like in his early 20s, like 22.
Oh, God.
But
Did
he
he get-
graduated high
Did
school
he
at
get fairly
16.
compensated for that?
He graduated high school at 16, so
Jeez,
he's a freak. Bro.
So he had been at it.
freakazoid.
He's like graduating college, can't drink yet type of thing. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like he was working at a Nike store, and then he somehow parlayed that. Spike came in one day. He parlayed that into cutting Spike's hair because he was artistic, so he could cut people's hair. He used to
Yeah.
cut like the whole basketball team's hair. Because he was so young in school, the only way to be cool was like, I'm the barber. So everyone was like, you're cool. So
Yeah.
then he would cut famous people's hair. And then Spike, I guess one day when he was cutting hair, he was like, look at these drawings I did. And Spike was like, oh, that's cool. You want to run my clothing brand? Like just, that type of stuff would happen to him.
It's just falls into his
That
lap.
type of stuff always happens to him. Like, and I have to remind him, like, that's not realistic. 'Cause
Yeah.
he'll give
Anymore.
He's like,
Because
son,
he'll give
why aren't
me-
you doing this?
He'll give me life advice where I'm like, what should I do about this hard decision? He'll
Put
be
yourself
like,
in the room
he'll
with
be-
a very
no.
famous person.
he'll be like, oh, just do whatever you want. It'll work out. And I'm like,
Well, Dad.
I know that's how it's worked out for you, but like, I don't know. Like,
In this economy, you
Yeah.
cannot
Dude.
afford to be doing
you
too
want
much of what
you want a
like.
crazy story my dad like just told me recently?
Yeah.
I think I told you. Apparently, he's responsible for like Will Smith's career or some shit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I heard
he
something.
was friends with Jazzy Jeff, and he was a club
Who's that?
promoter.
Wait, who's Jazzy Jeff?
DJ
Will
Jazzy
Smith's DJ,
Oh,
who also was in Fresh Prince and would be the one that got thrown out the house.
oh, nice.
That's Jazzy Jeff. So basically, my dad was like a promoter, and they needed to bring celebrities to this party. So he was like, I heard about my friend Jazzy told me about this guy out in Philly who's like
West-
kind of blowing up, making a little bit of noise in Philly, and like, let's bring him over here.
Rapping at the time, right?
Yeah, just like underground rapping, and like he was just like we know rappers. Like he was
He's
just
like a
random guy.
character.
And so he brought him to the radio station. It was like a classic interview they did with him. And then my dad brought Will Smith and Jazzy to like Disneyland, and like they did all these like cool LA tours and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then like he met at the radio station the guy that produced the Fresh Prince show and stuff, and like that's how it went on. And
So
it's
your
just
dad
insane.
is
like
responsible.
he's just at the center of so many freaking crazy.
He's
things.
responsible for
He's basically Forrest
the,
Gump.
like one of the most iconic. Yes, exactly.
Like, cause like
yeah.
he's like in the room for crazy shit,
yeah.
and like he'll like
And it
accidentally
kind of
introduce.
wouldn't happen
he'll, like,
without him.
Yeah, like without him, I don't know what the world would be, because it's like there's so many things that have butterflied crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that's
butterfly
with
effect.
all people.
Yeah.
Like you just don't notice it, you know. Like you don't know, like maybe that piece of litter you put on the ground, someone picked up, and then someone famous saw it, and they met, and then like you never know. But at least his he can trace. Like for some reason, like he was in the room for like he used to style TLC and all types of crazy stuff.
That's what I tell somebody when I like completely do something terrible to them. I'm like, dude, like you don't even know how this impacts the butterflies and the
literally.
Like you don't know. Like
And
3 years down the line, you're gonna be thanking me.
Like
For
you ever
like
heard
one
of the
broken leg? Who cares?
consider yourself butterfly infected
There you go.
And then I smoke bomb out.
and then smoke bomb? But
That's crazy.
the craziest thing that Chris has ever told me
What?
was that somebody very influential loved you as a baby.
Oh,
I don't know
Well,
this.
she loved my sister more.
Oh,
She loved your sister more?
Yeah, she told my sister she was gonna be a model when she was like 2, and she picked her up, and she's a model. She just walked in Fashion Week last week. My sister, so shout out to her.
Yeah, shout out to her.
But
The person in question is
Rihanna.
Rihanna.
one of the baddest baddies that
I almost had dinner with her at Christmas a couple years ago, because my dad's friend from college is like president of Def Jam or president of Rockefeller or some shit. He's the one.
As he is.
He's the one that discovered Rihanna in Barbados. And so he's like this Rihanna. So we were at his house for Christmas. And he was like, Ree's coming over. And I was like, I'm like 19. Like, I'm finna riz the crap out of Ree. Like,
racing Rihanna.
I was like,
There is the crap.
I was like in the mirror. And I was like in the bathroom in the mirror, like checking every hair was in the right place. Like, did I wear the right outfit? Like,
What was
and then
your
he's like,
strategy?
yeah, she's not coming. I was like, fuck.
What was your strategy though? Did you have like a plan?
I don't even know. I think I was about to just like I don't know.
Smile.
I don't even know, dude. Like, what do you fucking say to Rihanna? But I was like, I'm gonna like, yo,
Kiss
you
my
pass
pants?
the potatoes, like real Riz though.
Oh.
Like, you know, like
You pass the potatoes. Wait.
You're just like,
Could you please pass the potatoes?
Ree. Exactly. No, exactly.
like-
Like, just call her Ree. Like I know her already. Just
yeah,
like-
right.
It's like, who is this guy?
In my mind, like you listening to years of your father's advice, and it's like, just do your own thing, and like I could just hear that like ringing in your head before you thought you were about to meet Rihanna, and like
Yeah, I'm
you were
like, you know
this
what?
is my moment.
Because I was like, I'm the son of the main character. Like, this is the spinoff show. Like,
Where-
you know what I
yeah.
mean? So I was like, this is gonna work out.
She could have
Like,
been like an auntie figure to you.
No, I
you
was like,
know?
I'm at least getting this Instagram picture. I don't give a fuck. Like, my IG clout is. I will be the coolest person in my following
yeah.
today. I don't care. Like,
That's like a
I was
that would
gonna
last
milk
years.
it. I was gonna milk it for a second, and like come back and cap so hard. You know, like just like yeah, like we hung out a couple times after that. Like, it was just, like, I was gonna cap so crazy. If I got the private dinner pic with Rihanna
Oh, yeah.
on some like
Yeah.
she's in
It's
the
not like on the
comments.
side of the street. It's
Like I
oh,
would just want to make sure I had an inside joke so she'd be in the comments like, ha, but the green beans though. And I'd just be like you guys don't get it.
potatoes.
Yeah, like literally.
oh my god.
I was like, oh, she's gonna stay for dinner and then we're gonna play like Uno or some shit. Like, I don't know. I was just
And
like
the
in my head, I was like, I got it. I had a fresh ass fit on too.
I bet it was all
Dude, your
I
life
bet you had-
trajectory, the butterflies on that event
Oh,
could have been insane.
It wasn't time yet though, Ree. It's okay. We'll meet again.
No, it's coming.
Cause we went to some event when I was younger. I was like 4 or something. My sister was 2, and she picked up my sister and was like, "This is the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. Like, she's gonna be a model one day." There's like a picture
Kisses
of
her
her. Like
forehead.
literally, there's like a picture of her doing that with my sister.
Like puts an enchantment on her.
I remember I was telling my dad, like, "Who's that pretty lady over there?" Like, my dad's like, "You
It's
were
like, you ever
freaking
heard
out."
Run This Town?
Yeah, literally. She was like, it was Pond to replay Rihanna though. It was not
Oh,
like big Rihanna. It was
still
like
good.
Pond to replay Rihanna.
Okay.
You know.
And I already know
Yeah.
that your Instagram caption would have been so nonchalant.
Dude.
yeah. What would the
You
caption
would have
be on
had
that?
to like you would have had to play that so cool on your like yeah.
It would
Like,
just
what,
be
what would the caption
like a
have
song
been?
lyric or
Like,
something. Like,
No, it would have been like nice catching up with Ree or something like
Something
that.
like that.
Always
for
good to
sure.
see Ree.
Always. It would have been. It definitely would have been like a. It would definitely would have been like these are my favorite times. Like
yeah.
or like I love when we link. or some shit like that. You know, like
What if like it was like, you know how you scroll through pictures now on Instagram? Like you can put multiple pictures.
and then she's
like, what
the
if it was just
last
like your
one?
summer recap and it was like the 5th one in there, just casually, just like Rihanna in there?
No, I would have been like
the
toasting
hate.
Rihanna, like looking into the camera, like triple.
It's just like
fucking-
you at the beach, like you like riding bike, and then just you with Rihanna.
Dude, it would have
and
been
then
like
it's just like
triple refried filter on it. Like it would have been so disgusting.
Crystallized.
You like
nuke,
face tapped your
like-
face.
Yeah, dude, for sure. I would have put her face on my body, like just something so crazy. People wouldn't even realize it's Rihanna. They'd just be like, "What?"
Like we get so silly together. Tag Rihanna. Like,
I'd be like, "Hi, I told you to check up on my blue check. Like, what's up with that? Like, there's something stupid."
What
I actually just reapplied for the blue check. I don't think it's gonna go well.
You got it.
I hope
at
so
one point
because
they
I
blacklist
put a
you.
link.
Hey, Epic Show just got 1 million likes.
Yeah, so
Woo!
I'll drink to that.
Woo!
you know what?
I gotta crack open something different. I made my first tattoo appointment. I'm excited.
Golf clubs.
You
for that?
still haven't told me. I feel like
What?
don't get a logo, bro.
I'm not getting a logo.
Don't get a logo.
I'm not getting a logo.
Like if you come back from LA
That's like 3 Adidas stripes.
and you
Oh god.
okay. However, I don't know how you just said that, but my first henna tattoo was I could have chosen like out of the whole sheet, I chose the like the flower Adidas.
That's
like,
kinda hard,
thing, and it was right here, and it was on. I was a freshman at in Destin, Florida, and it was like
oh,
I had
God.
it for so long, and I was like so proud of it.
Destin. A Destin tat. It's
Just get
Destin
like
henna.
the Lay's logo. Just like something crazy.
If you get something that has anything to do with a brand as your first tattoo,
that's
I might just get my birth year or some shit.
no, you're
It's
better
cliche,
than that. You're
but it
better.
looks hard.
Are we?
something personal, yeah. The people who
You're better than that. Trust me.
I showed you. I want to get that crazy bear thing. It's a badass shit.
bear.
I like American
Oh,
traditional
yeah, you did
tattoos,
show me
though.
that.
Or a
Me
Black
too.
Panther. I might get a Black Panther
Yeah.
on my shoulder.
You got to do that.
Just do your hand
I
first.
do Black Panther.
You're in a creative field. What does it matter?
I feel like I gotta ease my girl's parents into it though.
They're like, oh my god, a job stopper.
No, they're like they're Hispanic, so they're very like MS-13, like gang members wear tattoos. So I'm like, okay, like you guys know me now. Like, let's introduce you to the fact that I've had tattoos this whole time. They've been hidden, and I'm not evil. So now I can actually go further than my elbow.
Exactly. Okay, I see your point.
You feel me? I'm not.
You're a
and
methodical
honestly,
guy. You're
if I
methodical.
think about like the only reason I don't have tattoos because I strike myself as the type of person that would.
You strike
I do.
yourself?
I strike myself. I'm like, why don't I have tattoos? Like, I see them. I think there's the coolest thing ever. I have so many ideas of what I would want. I even almost took up tattooing. So I'm like, I feel like I should have tattoos. But I just think myself out of it every time. I'm like, well, I like this one. But I'm starting to
Yeah.
think, fuck that.
It
Because
doesn't matter.
Because when I'm 50, I'll just have a reminder of what I used to like, which is cool. So I'm fine with that.
Yeah, exactly.
So now that I figured that out, I'm like, it's all good. I'm just like, what do I get from my first tattoo? So that's why I'm like, I just need to get something to break the seal.
Yeah.
And then I can go crazy. So that's why I'm like, I need something little or like, I don't know.
What I did was let my mom pick it, and I was like, okay, I can die being happy.
Oh, that's tough.
Knowing
just
that
tell
my
people your
mom
mom-
picked my
My
first
mom will
tattoo.
never pick my tattoo.
And it was this one.
the rose. That's
That's
cool.
good.
You see, I would actually want to get my first tattoo, like forearm right here. That's where I would want.
I recommend it right there.
That's what I would want, but it's like
But that's ballsy.
that's breaking the fucking seal.
I was gonna get the Triforce on my.
So was I, and then I was like, I am gonna die a virgin.
Oh,
The Triforce.
And it's so white trash. It's so white trash, dude. People who have the Triforce tattoos on their hands flip pizzas.
worse than
They
the
work
Batman
at Mellow
logo. You think?
Mushroom.
dude.
The Batman logo is pretty bad, but the nautical stars right here are just.
I mean, you're talking about on a
peak
girl.
Trash. I'm talking about on men. I've seen it on everyone.
I've never seen it on a man.
Bop, bop. The nautical,
colored stars?
the red and black stars right here. Just bop.
Dude,
It's trash.
there's like probably
There's a lot of white
some of
trash.
the worst ones that you could get is like spider webs and stuff like that.
On your knee.
I know, like, yeah, dude.
Imagine.
It's like,
Yeah.
Fucking sticky knee.
wait,
It stands for the web of depression. So
you're like,
I'm actually not a guy who cares about the meaning of tattoos.
It's okay.
Literally
Yeah.
just whatever I think is cool at the moment. But I will tell you, never get a matching tattoo with somebody. This was a matching tattoo
I'm
with
like,
somebody.
brother, we should not.
No.
Also, like the most matching tattoo vibes I would do is like we both got something during the same session. So then it's kind of like, oh, we got these at the same time, but I would not get a matching tattoo.
And they're so lame.
Like, okay, I got
You,
the-
like,
just
put
today.
your
She was
hands
like,
together and it-
just today she was like, you should get the yin, I'll get the yang. I was like, dog.
No.
bad idea.
No. The worst is the right here, the K and the Q, the king and the queen.
ugh.
That's bad. That's really bad. Don't ever do that. Like on the cards.
Mm.
I just had like a huge epiphany that
Ooh.
all three of us have like pretty substantial shoes to fill. Like my dad was a mayor and a country music star, and now scammer,
crypto
and now,
schemer.
now crypto schemer.
That's fire.
Your dad was a
Every,
cultural
I
icon,
don't even know.
and
Behind the
his
scenes.
This
dad
is like quite a,
is the voice.
That's
Do you know this about him?
He casually said, like, my dad did something for the news, but he didn't tell me what.
no,
it
I mean,
is.
it's not nearly comparable to.
Shut the. What is it?
Main,
No, he's one of the main news
anchorman.
anchors for,
He's an anchorman.
That's so fine.
for CNN for like 40 years.
Dude, that was my dream job when I was in high school.
Really?
I was like in front of the camera on the morning show, like, welcome to the morning show today. It's
Oh,
cool,
yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
right.
Like, I was like on that path. I was so
Yeah.
going to do that.
My dad
That's
was the
so
guy to
fire,
connect
bro.
with.
That's so fine.
But
it's not too late.
I'm like so serious. That's super cool.
But I've never really felt any pressure like. To,
You
like,
got the
be
face
that.
for it. I just told you before we started. You're a very
He
handsome
does
guy.
have
Like
the-
you
he
got
has the
leading man
news
face,
face,
bro. You
bro.
got leading man face. You really do.
It's like not so attractive that it's like distracting from the news. You know what I'm
he's
saying?
devilishly attractive. That's
But
what
he's
it is.
devilishly attractive.
That's what
It's
it
just
is.
Exactly.
It's like he's
All
probably
my
definitely
friends
wholesome.
think he's so hot.
Dude, it's fucking David, bro.
I know.
He's just chill about it.
And he'll never.
He's like,
acknowledge it.
he'll like never know.
That's the
That's
hottest
the
thing, 'cause
funny.
he-
The
And that,
funniest thing is he'll like never know he's actually the hottest guy in BroCode.
The body dysmorphia is insane.
I mean,
Whatever,
being around guys like us all
Low
the time,
self-esteem.
I would have low self-esteem.
Yeah,
as
like
well.
how am I supposed to? I walk around every time. I'm in between a 6'5" and a 6'3".
We're your
man.
bodyguards.
People probably see you as the jewel that we're protecting.
Probably, honestly.
But no,
Honestly.
I never. It was just always like a casual thing. Like people always thought it was cool. It's like, oh, I saw your dad and like this and that. And I'm just like, it's just like my normal
That is cool.
reality.
Let's go back to how cute you are. I literally, like, when I first met you, I thought it was so weird that you want to be behind the camera. I was like, this is the camera face. Like, are we trying to go to the next level? Like, and he's the funniest dude.
I agree.
I don't know.
I'm just
Never,
what's-
like-
He's so good on the spot.
dude.
I never like had that. I don't know. I didn't want to be like, oh, everybody wants to like do this. Everybody wants to be on.
I know what
camera.
it is. He already had his viral days.
Yeah, but this past
We're looking at early YouTube virality right here.
I was
You were the pioneer.
For real. There be no
2010
no-
to 2012.
Realistically, butterfly infection, there might be no BroCode.
like you might have inspired Simba
A young Simba.
indirectly.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
might have.
You might have
seen that.
inspired the person that inspired him or something. For sure.
I could definitely.
I could see it too. Yeah.
What do you think of that? David does not like.
I know.
the
That's why I keep
spotlight
putting it
him.
on
I
him.
know.
Like,
No, like
how
I'm,
does it feel?
but like I'm definitely comfortable in front of camera, which is weird.
Oh
Like,
yeah. I feel you.
Like I'm almost like more comfortable being on camera than just like talking to people in like real life.
Yeah.
I
was
feel
weird.
that. How long did it take you guys to find your camera voice? Because when I met
had it.
Gabe, he kind of had it already. I don't know. Like, did you do anything
We've done
socially
videos in the
before
past.
this?
Together.
I know you're behind some pretty insane memes, but
Yeah.
other than that, like camera voice is crazy. I remember it took me like 3 years in high school to even be able to feel like I wasn't watching myself outside my body when I'm talking on camera. Like
Yeah.
now I feel comfortable.
I know what you're talking about.
And I'm not like, did my voice just crack? Did I just say something weird? Like, and my brain works. Like my brain I used to have the coolest ideas, and then get on camera and like I can't think of shit.
You freeze.
Now my brain works the same on and off.
I think for me, I had a run there where I was making my own just extremely bad YouTube videos.
That'll do it.
Yeah, I like
some of them. They had good ideas, but I mean, it's my execution. Like even my execution today is shit. Like I couldn't edit.
this is way better.
No, I feel you. It was fucking
gotten
like
way better.
trenches.
But
work.
me watching myself, I'll watch those videos occasionally and like compare them to what I'll do now, and I'll be like, okay, I actually am improving, because sometimes I feel like I don't have a camera voice, and I feel like I'm just being outshined.
I'm not even specifically talking about voice and like I'm talking about like body language and everything like that.
Yeah,
like you guys are very natural on camera, which is like hard to do. Especially I know David's been doing it for years and stuff. I never asked you. Like you're really good on camera. Maybe it's natural, but it definitely took me like
extrovert.
doing my own videos and like corny stuff for years.
Yeah.
So I feel that.
Yeah, I think with Gabe, something I told him at like 3 a.m. one time, we were calling, and I was like, because I think he was like kind of nervous in front of a camera at first. Well, it was also like his first time being in the group.
It was the second BroCode.
Yeah, because
I'll never forget this night, and I'll never forget this phone call.
Because Gabe's the guy like in class in the parking lot, he was like hilarious. Gotcha. Like everyone's like gravitating towards. So like he's naturally like hilarious and like extroverted, well spoken, or all that stuff. And then, like when it came to a camera, it was like he wasn't being himself. So I was like, dude, like you just need to like be who you are, like naturally.
It was the first time anyone had ever told me to be myself.
Yeah,
and because that wasn't an issue before, because there wasn't a camera on me.
Because usually when you first get the camera on you feel like, okay, time to perform.
Yeah,
but it's like if I'm putting a camera on you, it's because I like what you did without it on you. You know, like,
exactly.
And that's another phrase that I'm never ever gonna forget as well.
Yeah.
And if they decide to put the camera on you, Gabe, that means that you earned it already. You don't gotta
just keep it up.
You don't gotta perform.
And honestly, I was watching like David on camera and his characters that he used to make, right? And I was
do
like,
bits,
and he does bits.
Yeah.
And I tried to do bits, and I was like, I'm so bad at bits.
But you don't need to do bits. You just you're the bit.
You are doing bits.
Yes, and
literally.
The realization of that was like, that was honest to God. I thought I was a fucking NPC for 23 years until that light bulb came on, and I was like, holy shit! I was like, okay, now we're gonna keep this rolling, like. Or I'm just gonna get on camera and act and talk like how I normally would. And ever since then, like I can take things from every filming session that I do, and I can be like, okay, I was proud of that.
Yeah, I remember my first BroCode, bro. Like I was so nervous.
How was it?
I was so nervous, bro. Like literally, because I was just like I couldn't, because it was fresh off my like YouTube career of getting 20 views, and it was simple. It was like, "Are you ready to rap in front of 9 million people?" He like said that to me, and I was like, "Fuck." Yeah. I was like, this is going to be the most viewed thing I've ever done. And I've done thousands of pieces of content. And this is going to be the most viewed thing. And it's this fucking rap game.
Wait, was it the same for...
I started...
Was it slam poetry for you as well?
Slam poetry, I don't think. It might have been my first video.
I think it was like an IM or something of that nature.
I think it was a dark humor, actually. Because then I was like, how do I come up with the joke? And everybody was like...
Come up.
That's funny. Okay, that's the most we're gonna say about that.
Yeah.
But basically, it was dark humor, and I remember I said I was like, "Go big or go home." Like, I said some crazy shit that wasn't even going to really get posted. So then, you're good, guys. It's all good.
So,
come on in.
My boy KJ and his girl just walked in. KJ, you want to peek in and say hi?
Episode pod. How are you guys?
well, you're actually scheduled for episode 49, so
Quite down the road.
Currently on 16.
It's a good little setup, bro. I like how y'all did this.
we got some vibes going on.
Oh, it's one camera?
Yeah.
I'm not fuck with this.
Yeah, we got your ass slowly walking in, so that's all we really needed. So you can get up.
The butt. It's the intro for next week.
Second fattest arse in BroCode.
Yeah, I would be absolutely terrified, David, if I were you.
I talked about that.
This shit is heavy as
Wait,
hell,
you said
bro.
you said second fattest arson, BroCode. Who is the first?
Are you saying arse as in like the
arson holler?
like how British people say it? Arse? That shit makes me so mad, bro. Because like, why are y'all adding an R in it in an E next to it?
If you say it a good bit, like to yourself, like in your room or something like that, you'll get it, and you'll be like, "Holy shit, this is funny as fuck!"
Like, what?
And I'm about
You have to
call
say
someone-
bloody in front of
Yeah,
it. Though.
bloody
Bloody
arse.
I definitely. And we played this one game. Do you remember we did this only one time, and it was only me and Simba played it, and it was we were trying to do improv. It was when we were really getting into like improv, and it was like we had to act out the raps while we were doing them.
Oh,
Do you remember that?
I think so.
It was basically like
Yeah,
Simba
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, "Yo, it's really bright in here," and then I'd be like, "The lights are gonna make me stuck like a deer," and then
Yeah.
he'd be like, "I don't know." He'd be
Really
like,
hard game.
He'd be like, "Somebody drink a beer," and like, but you'd have to
Yeah,
act it
yeah.
out,
Yeah.
and it'd have to make sense in the story.
Oh, you would. Like,
It would have to be a story.
build
Like we were
together?
improving while rapping.
Yeah.
It was like it couldn't just be go from deer to I'm gonna drink a beer. It'd have to be like the deer's the mascot on this brand new beer. Like it'd have to like
Oh my god.
you know.
Yeah, and then after you and Simba like played like the tutorial for everyone was just like,
Yeah, literally, they were like, "Oh, look, yeah, let's
think
try
I can
something else."
do that.
But it was like we came with the game on the spot. Like it was like I don't know. That was when
It's
I
a
used to
great
feel like we
idea.
were being so creative. Like I was like, "Wow, like this is hard." Like we really being mad creative. Like it was cool, but that was like very early on in my time. Also, I was during the time of like Nerf guns.
Yeah.
When we were like
Before the basement was repainted.
it would be slam poetry, and if you failed, like you'd get shot with like 70 Nerf guns.
Yeah.
And they had like the hard hitting ones.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty cool though. It's pretty cool. I definitely avoided the games with punishment early. So I will play like I'll play like dark humor and like
Well, your punishment is you lose your job
yeah, that's the punishment. It's social
and
debt.
brand blacklistment.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
that's
But
yeah, it's pretty hefty punishment.
it's better than a smack in the face.
I don't think so.
No.
I think that I would rather be at 50,000 subscribers or 50,000 followers that I could sell anything to.
I'm saying at the time my brain thought it's better to play a game without punishment than a game with punishment.
Yeah. And I still think that.
Gabe came around like right when we were like
You guys were in grind mode.
Yeah.
I think because you guys were writing the
we had this
the High
live
Tales
show.
of
Like,
Zools and
well, yeah.
like because he was really trying to put his
Yeah,
creativity.
he
into
was
it.
like getting us going.
Yeah.
Like you guys need to do this. You guys are fucking.
So every time I came, it was like a
huge video,
guy code YouTube video where
which we
you had-
just started doing.
yeah, and I
as
didn't
well.
know that.
That's
'cause
right. That's when you came.
Yeah.
I'd never watched.
That was
a
like our
single
first
piece
time
of
doing
BroCode
it.
content. But my first time I ever came, it was
Oh,
a guy
yeah,
code.
yeah.
Got you.
And I was sweating buckets, dude, because like
We just threw
I
you on a green
saw
screen.
Yeah. And I saw everyone up there like getting laughs and shit, and I was like, dude, I don't know any of these fucking people, and I'm about to have to like pull something literally out of my asshole
Yeah.
to make them laugh. And like I don't know what they've heard before. I don't know what like they think is funny. And it was just a very nerve-wracking. I remember I was sweating through
It's
my
hot
jeans.
down there.
Like it was hot. And like the second time I came, there was a bunch of girls.
Yeah.
That
And,
was the
like,
only time we ever had girls, pretty much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
and I was still trying to prove
You're like
myself
coincidence that Gabe's there as well. I think not.
then. But
Right over
But we
all
were
the
also
biddies.
like this.
we were in grind time, so we were
Yeah.
talking about getting a live show.
Yeah.
And like going on like the Tabernacle
Yeah.
in like a month.
and like moving to
Yeah,
LA.
it was like a big thing.
And also moving to LA.
and just like getting
you're
our
just like-
TV show sold.
Yeah, and it was
And,
like,
like-
every time I came, it was like CW, BET, Telemundo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're just
Yeah.
getting
They're
pitched,
all
and everyone's
in.
loving us, and everyone's loving us. And so I had to turn the lights on, and we would go live for an hour at the end of
Yeah.
every single filming session,
And
which was insane.
the
by
execs were watching as well.
and also
I
the
was-
execs.
And I was filming in 4K, like to send it to them so they could like review it and like potentially edit it as like
Right.
part of it.
And the first night I ever was there, we were playing slam fucking poetry.
Was that when we like stood in the line?
Yeah, and
and
you
we
were, like,
fucking
going-
did like a snake
That was
line?
my first time playing it. And I
Really?
and
I'm sorry, Gabe. I came up with the snake line. I was like, we should just snake line it and like process of elimination and like hardcore.
yeah, and I got destroyed because I wasn't listening because I was so nervous, and I missed a word, but I stayed in the line, and I ended up being like top 5 because I like stayed alive, and everyone
That's
like
hilarious.
was throwing shade at me, and I was like, I promise you guys, I did not know the rules. Like whenever I got out, and like, but like it was Josh even too. Josh was like, yeah, man. Like, and I was like, dude, like I don't know what to tell you.
Fuck off. That's
But-
so funny.
We also did the original slam poetry
Yeah.
the same night, and he was like, Gabe, like he was like, I want someone who's gonna lose, and then he said, Gabe, on live in front of 100,000 people, and was like, I want you guys to welcome the newest guy, Gabe. It's his first night, and he was like, your word is brain, and I did it, and I won. I got the
Yeah.
thing and shit like that, but like that, I remember it.
That's so funny.
I
what you
remember shaking. If I wasn't wearing jeans, you could have seen like my
The
knees
wobbling?
buckling.
That's so
I was,
funny.
and my
like,
hands were so
I
sweaty. And
literally thought you were the fucking like coolest cucumber in the world when you first came. I was like, this guy's done this before. Like,
No.
dude, I played Sam poetry, and I've never even rapped to myself before.
that's funny.
Like I've never even mock rapped.
You
or
like came in with like
freestyled.
the fresh fade. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, he's a cool white boy. Like, he can rap.
This guy.
That was also
yeah.
my first day having that fade.
That wasn't your whole life.
That was no. That was he. He,
It
used
was
to,
my first day having
he had like
that
really
fade.
long hair before that.
Yeah, I had a mullet.
Dude, I feel like my
had
whole
a
life is a
mullet.
lie. I feel like you're like the cool fade white
No,
boy
I've
now.
had a fade before, but it had been a couple
No,
of
I've-
years. You
That's,
know?
that's funny.
But it's my brand now. Like
I love it.
Oh, but, like,
I need
even whenever me and you in our last YouTube video were rapping, I was shaking.
that was these
But
guys.
it's a lot better.
Well, I mean, that was round 6 of process of elimination.
Yeah, and everyone was watching.
And everyone's watching, and it was like, jeez.
And I had to go up against Cook
No, I
the
was shaking
fucking
too, bro.
Dude,
bum.
you guys went insane. That was so good.
I was shaking too. Definitely check that video out. Like,
Whenever
if we're
that
ever
video
gonna
comes out-
plug a BroCode video, that's the one to pull up.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
most fun I've ever had making a BroCode video.
No, that was fun.
No,
That
like
was
people.
fun.
So Simba said one of your words, and then people were like talking, and you were just like, "Shut up! Shut up!"
Oh, I was pissed because
You
I
didn't
like
say it like
wanted
that,
to
but you were
go.
like,
No,
"Shut
I was
up,"
literally
like-
like, "Shut the fuck up!" Like
Because you're thinking of
because
like,
I'm thinking of words, and I'm
And
like,
they're,
I don't
like,
want to
talking.
fucking lose it. And I'm going up against him, who's literally like the best rapper in the entire fucking group.
low-key.
Chill out.
And I was the only white boy in the whole video. I was the only white boy in the whole video.
What's funny is when I saw you were in the group, I was like, me and him are going to be in the top 2. Like,
And
it's
I
gonna-
don't
was
believe
like,
you,
it's
and I don't believe
I
you.
swear, I was like, it's me and Gabe. Like, that's
You're
literally
like,
what
"Oh,
it
this is chump
I was like,
change."
Gabe's the one to beat. Like, immediately, I already knew.
Jiggy and Mike Morton were also in there.
Okay,
But I had an epiphany during that game because I watched you go.
what?
And I was like, hold on.
You're the
I
one with my
said,
sauce?
I said, this game isn't rapping. I said, this game is word association. And I was like,
True.
my best thing
It is.
is word association. I was like, so I can just think of things that rhyme.
Exactly.
And I don't have
Yeah.
to think of like a flow or something
Nope.
like that.
It's just you got to think of something that rhymes with this, and then form a sentence for that word real quick, and it has to end on that word.
You want to do one right now?
Easy peasy. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Give me a word.
Your word.
I was literally
is-
doing this in traffic today, like in
Really?
case I get, because I have to hold the throne now. Dude, remember
Yeah.
he was like, next time you have to
You have to beat
dethrone
Cook.
Christian.
I'm
I
getting
was
my
like-
run back, by the
I was
way.
like in the fucking mirror, like
Yeah.
perplexed, like doing it. To
And you were
myself.
like, what?
Perplexed. Your word is expansion.
Expansion. All right. Like Mario, I'm finna take my girl from her ex's mansion.
Mansion.
Hey,
I'm really good at rapping. Nothing like that guy named Hampton.
Ooh, I didn't think about that one.
okay.
Well,
Clark?
you should think a little harder and give your brain some expansion.
Hey,
Hey, fuck you.
That's the best part is when you're like, that's what I love doing is like including something that someone just said.
Yeah.
Or like, my
It makes
favorite
it
is if I
burn.
can make all 3 lines like the same story.
Concurrent, yeah.
You know, that's the best.
And that's what you think about. That's just like,
You want to hit one?
yeah, I'll hit one.
Go crazy, Gabe.
Your word is nuance.
Nuance.
I know
That's
exactly
like
where I would go
nuance.
instantly. I know exactly where I would go instantly.
I took my girl to. Oh, fuck. I was gonna say I took my girl for some noodles. You know, I took her to Ponce or something.
Yeah.
like that.
Two
Or-
Ponce.
but two Ponce.
Two Ponce.
And then I was gonna wrap it, and I was gonna be like, I just hit the mall, and you know, I got some new shoes on.
You see,
And
with
then-
nuance, my brain automatically goes to like, what else is nuance? And I would have been like, I just had a baby. That makes my sister a nuance. Like
Ooh.
that's what I would.
Yeah,
you see what I'm
that's
saying? Like
nuts.
that's
Yeah.
my
Love a
brain
nuance.
goes. It's like nuance, but like nuance.
Yeah. And then I was gonna either say futons or
Okay.
I was gonna be like Rousons. I was gonna
Rousons.
say
Yeah, well,
Rousons.
Rousons is
Yeah.
right there. Yeah.
But that's basically the gist of the game.
Guess I'll close
Chris,
it out.
of course, is very good at it.
My word is nest.
Oh snap! Let's go.
Okay.
Nest.
Okay.
You know when I rap, I am the best. Super Smash Brothers.
He plays.
I don't
as-
play Nest.
Yep, I was ready for it.
No.
When I take all the birds back to my crib, that's why they call it the
I
nest.
feel upon her chest.
Was it Nest or Best?
It was
Nest.
Nest.
Oh.
I lost.
That, and I also do you ever like forget the?
Every
I
time.
always forget the word.
Yeah, I always
The
forget
hardest
yeah.
part is remembering, the first word.
Yeah.
I
Charged
think
up
that
brain.
game is like.
It's a good brain teaser.
I think it's a
Yeah, it's
very
good.
high level. It's much more high level than
It
most of the
seems
games
like
that
we're
play.
just doing nonsense, but that is like active brain usage.
Yeah, I probably
For
burn
sure.
a bunch of calories.
A bunch of.
Have you ever done improv? Like
Yeah.
actual improv?
Oh, you'd be so good.
Yeah,
I
I
did
was
it
in
for a little
theater
bit.
classes in college. It's fun. I definitely like it. It's similar to what we're doing.
Yeah.
It's similar.
I did this like
That's
I
what
did
I
it
mean.
in a
Yes, and
yeah.
Yeah,
I did one thing in but the thing with improv is like sometimes you have to like let your brain, you can't be like thinking, like filtering what you're saying. And I would just like there's some cringy stuff I've done.
Oh, I can't.
There was
even
one
imagine.
like I forgot what the game was, but it's like someone says a word and you make a scene like with your partner.
Mm-hmm.
And like my scene, we were like arguing like we're a couple, and it was this girl like I never met, and like we were acting like we're in an argument, and I called her like a bitch and stuff.
Oh my god!
Like, and I felt I didn't address it after either. I was like, I'm sorry, like I just like was in character or whatever. To this day, like I cringe at that all the time because I'm like,
You're a fucking bitch.
but it was like if you
He's like,
understood
that's
like,
my
the
bitch.
my love language.
no, I was like, don't be such a. I don't remember what I said. It was. I don't know why I did that.
What if
I
you
ne-
just turned into like a huge alpha male whenever you like
only in improv though.
only in improv? Yeah,
and then when
you're
I
like
leave, I'm
the
just like,
big dick
sandwich.
swinger. Yeah.
That's so funny. No, I used to love watching Whose Line Is It Anyways,
yeah.
especially when they play the game where like they give you a random object and they go back and forth, and whoever runs out of scenes to do loses. You know, so they give me like a piece of cardboard, and like one scene I'd be like surfing on it, and then the other person would go, and then it would be my turn, and I'd be like sign flipping. Like you just gotta like try to use as many scenes as you can with that
that's
one
sick.
object. I think we should play that, but I'm just like that game specifically. I used to always like try to play along. You know, I
Yeah.
feel like that prepared me for BroCode.
And that's how I got where I am today. As per usual, I'm gonna close it out with the draft for you guys. And you know, we got a colorist over here.
That's
So
true.
it only makes sense to do a little
A schizophrenic
draft some
colorist.
colors.
Drafting colors.
We're gonna
I
draft
like it.
colors. So
I like it.
I think for this we need to do rock paper scissors because there's some powerhouses that. Okay, so
Yeah.
who was since you're the guest, me and you will play
Okay.
rock
And
paper
whoever.
scissors.
Okay.
We'll just do one, and then whoever.
All right.
I get to go first.
Wait.
No,
Rock-
you're gonna fight one of us to
Oh,
go
damn
first.
All right.
Loser of this goes third.
Fine.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoe.
Always go.
So now
Me and you.
Do we?
Yeah.
rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
And I
Throwing glass.
And I know you said that because you thought I wouldn't think that you
I
thought
know,
that.
and
I
I
thought that you
should've-
thought that.
yeah.
And I just had that conversation today about how you got to throw scissors first because no one's throwing rock first. No one is throwing.
I
rock
just threw
first.
rock.
David throws rock.
Well, that's
He-
the thing is like no one throws rock. I'm gonna throw rock.
Throwing rock, but think about it. Throwing rock first is just
It's the
unnatural
mind games.
because you're thinking about I'm about to transform my hand. So like you would never just not transform your hand first try.
Well, that's what I
facts.
do.
Rock is like a secondary strategy move. You never
No,
throw
it's
rock
like
first.
I bet UFC fighters and boxers throw rocks first. And I think that we could do a test on that.
All right,
I won this game
guys.
before we even started.
You already won. Just go ahead. Your first round.
right.
What
Your
color do you
color.
pick first?
I'm gonna go with white.
White.
You're an idiot.
That is.
White?
It's not even. It doesn't. It's a void of color.
No, that's black. White has all
No.
colors.
Okay. Well, whatever. So yeah. Oh,
Or a
technically, I have all
fool.
colors.
White has all colors.
Whatever, man.
I win.
No,
You're
you don't.
second.
Times infinity.
You don't. You don't win.
No,
That was
okay.
awful
Let me
pick.
be serious. Let me be serious.
No, it's.
Oh, well, no. You locked
You
it
already
in.
won.
I know I won white, but I'm just gonna be serious about why.
Okay.
I feel like white blank canvas. You know, I'm an artist, so I like the idea that you can add to it infinitely with any other color. There's certain colors if you choose it and you try to add to it, you kind of mess yourself up. I feel like it's a clean color. You know, it's cleanliness.
It's the easiest to get dirty.
Yeah, but it is also at the state of being the cleanest. I'm not talking about getting it dirty. And if I'm getting it dirty, then it's art.
Fuck you, dude.
Okay.
Whatever, man.
Also, more power. Okay.
Okay.
So,
That's not your line.
Half my line.
Chris, you chose that color because of a very sentimental answer. I'm choosing my color because it pawns all others.
You might have to say something that's not a color. What's your color?
You don't think blue is a
blue.
color?
Okay, blue, I guess.
Blue is number one pick.
It's a good pick. It's a
not
good
a
pick.
good
Talking about.
That
Like, and I'm
was- that wasn't
surprised you
my-
left that there, man.
That wasn't mine. But you know what you really forgot? You know your brain just couldn't wrap your head around.
I looked past it.
Is the color red.
Fuck you.
Obviously. The most notable, recognizable color there is.
You mean the color of danger and
Exactly.
do
It's
not
the most-
continue?
It's the color of ambition, the color of passion.
It's the color of
fire.
stop. It's the color of
color of
stop where you
stop.
are right now.
And blue is the color of
It's the color-
sadness. So I'd say you guys are pretty on track right
It's the
now.
color of
But
fire.
really,
that
whenever you look
burns
at a
my
blue
heart.
sky, do you get sad?
I wish
Yeah,
it was
the colors of
nighttime.
sadness.
I like
Okay,
nighttime
well,
better than daytime.
That's the editor in you.
The sad little sad guy.
The sky's not even blue. But whatever.
Sorry, little sad
The sky is clear.
savant.
All right, man. What's your number 2 pick?
My number 2 pick is going to be green.
Fuck you.
Whatever. dude.
Because
It's my favorite.
it's my
color.
favorite color. One.
It's mine.
It's mine too. It's the color of it's the color of life, you know? A lot of green things are edible. That's important to me.
That is a
I'd
goddamn
say-
lie.
It's not a
No,
lie.
dude, vegetables.
It's not a lie.
What's your favorite vegetable?
Asparagus.
Ooh,
Fucking
Grilled asparagus.
God.
KJ, you hear that?
That is
With
See who
foul.
you're sleeping
Hey,
next to,
hey,
dude?
with ketchup.
Oh my God.
With ketchup. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I'm going to
He's done.
slur that. Jesus, dude. Let's just move on.
No, yeah,
before this
green,
gets
you know,
worse.
it's a color that like when gives you good vibes, you know, being in nature. Green means go. It means you're fully charged in a lot of situations. My first Pokemon game was Leaf Green, so I just like green.
Mine was
That's
Emerald,
respectable.
and I love
And
green,
Emerald
too.
is
Emerald is
also a like
great.
W game. Like
Emerald is a
Zelda being green.
Oh,
like
yeah.
green is just W
it's
games.
W.
It's a big dub, and it's a lot of people's. It's most boys' favorite color. Fun facts.
Well, it's debatable.
No, it's statistically
Most men's favorite color is red.
Well,
that is. Insane.
I think that
two?
was a strong pick.
White and green, bro. I'm both. I'm Tommy right now.
You're Tommy right now.
Do you know what I'm saying when I say that?
What do you got?
You're the yes,
Okay.
You're the
All
Ranger.
right. My bad.
I'm gonna have to just. I'm just gonna have to seal y'all out
What?
because I'm picking black.
No, I was gonna pick black.
Black's not a color.
Well,
White is the
White is a color.
White is-
Black is not a
the
color.
essence. It doesn't have any color.
White is all color.
Black is all color.
No, it's
You
not.
got it mixed up.
Black is the absence of color.
I could say the same thing about white.
No, you couldn't put it through a prism.
no, dude, I was gonna.
So
pick
what?
that.
Black's off limits.
Just
All right,
accept
I've
me.
got blue and black. I've got
Accept-
black and blue.
What a nasty combo.
You know,
I like black and
the
blue.
combination of injury.
I'm wearing black and blue right now.
The combination
Well-
of injury.
well, you know what I'm getting for my number 2?
What do you want?
The color of royalty, purple.
That's
Fuck,
a good
that's
choice.
Such a good choice.
That's a good pick.
My favorite
I
color.
love that.
Fun fact.
Really?
Fun
I love
factoid.
that.
Big Barney kid?
Oh yeah, huge Barney guy.
All right.
I love more like the majestic purple.
Yeah, like the king's robe.
Yeah, that shit is so hard. If I could like choose any color
It's
to
like
wear,
royal
every single-
purple.
Yeah, royal purple.
Yeah, for sure, Ski. I feel that. I felt that.
I respect it.
You gonna close it out?
Yeah, with the right answer.
Oh,
Uh,
was it?
my last color is anaranjado, better
Orange?
known as orange.
That's
that's
so
like
mid.
a 5th round
That's
pick.
so mid.
It's not mid,
That's
bro.
So mid. Orange is so mid.
Orange with my picks of orange and green, I have most good tasting things in the bag.
Oh,
Think about your
dude,
favorite
Red
tangerines
meat.
and-
Red
Think about
meat.
your favorite snacks.
Okay, blue Powerade.
No, we got like Cheetos and Doritos and Goldfish and every good.
This isn't the snack draft,
It's the
man.
color
I'm just
draft.
saying. Yeah, but it
the
associates
color
with so
draft.
much, you know. I think orange looks
Well, if we're
good
talking
on.
about associations, you picked white.
I think
And I
orange.
picked black.
I think orange looks really good on products. A lot of my favorite clothing brands use orange. I think orange is a strong color. It's
Only
very
thing you got
strong.
is cheese.
It's like the same alertness as red without being a red flag.
No, it's bad.
No,
It's great.
You really
Orange-
Only, you really only got green going for you, man.
Orange sherbet or like a half and
Honestly.
half bar.
yeah,
You guys are crazy.
You kind of threw.
I may
Orange
be
is
crazy.
great. Orange is great.
I may be crazy for this last pick,
I already wish I could change my pick.
but what's more majestic than purple?
He said purple.
Gold.
I
Gold?
guess, bro.
Okay.
Gold.
Gold is like
Gold's a
Alright.
color.
it is a
Gold
color.
is a color.
It is a color.
Dude, I have,
It's hideous, but I
have
like the
blue, black,
but I-
and gold. Dude, these are the most bold colors.
Those are not black. Is not.
I mean,
bold.
Black is a bold look.
Black's
You're
a
gonna
good
tell me
pick.
you see Kim Kardashian in an all black Balenciaga and you're saying she's not bold?
She's not bold. She's not wearing any color.
All right, dude.
If she was wearing orange, that's bold.
One thing we don't do on here
if
is
she's
talk
wearing
about Kim.
orange,
One thing we don't talk. Yeah,
That's
she would look
bold.
terrible. She would look like a pumpkin.
that's bold. But it's bold. You know it.
Whatever. Dude. You make me.
You know
sick.
what? I'm closing this guy.
I'm
out.
like hurting.
What are you thinking, David?
The color, warm, bright, vibrancy, yellow. Number 3.
Yellow.
I just picked better
color
yellow.
so-
He did.
color
pick
is
better
Gold is
yellow.
just better
I
yellow.
was gonna say
Gold.
I like the fact that yours isn't like
Gold
one of
doesn't have the same bright and like vibrancy and happiness of yellow.
No, you're thinking more neon. I'm thinking more noble.
Yeah, I'm picking bright yellow.
Okay.
like
well,
this.
Yeah, pretty much. Well,
Yeah.
not as filthy. Like this.
gross.
You
As
know
it
what?
falls on my head.
Can we do an
I love
honorable
yellow
mention?
too.
Can we do
Yellow
an
was
honorable
my-
mention?
Honorable
we can do
mention?
honorable
Turquoise.
Thank God. I'm gonna go with brown.
Okay.
Should have picked brown.
Balenciaga. I mean, no, Louis Vuitton.
I should have picked brown. You know, it's the color. It's another color of luxury.
It is.
It's
very
also-
luxurious.
All of the people on the planet are one of those skin tones. It's just like, I don't know. I think beautiful women brown. Brown is just great.
I can't disagree with that.
Yeah.
But
For legal reasons, I cannot disagree.
then again, poop. You got all these things going for you, and then you have literal poop.
You mean the magic the magic manure that creates new life if you put it on seeds.
Are you a
Okay.
cow? Are you a cow?
No,
talking
but I
about
drink
fertilizer.
cow's milk, so I'm 1% cow.
Straight from the teat.
Make me so sick.
Honorable mention Burgundy.
Burgundy is like, it wants to be gold, I feel like.
No, it's like fancy red. It's like lavish
why-
red.
It's like, it couldn't be gold, it couldn't be purple. This was burgundy. It's cool.
I honestly hate burgundy so
I'm gonna stop
much.
color shaming. I am a colorist.
I hate burgundy.
Colorist,
I hate
by the
burgundy
way.
so much.
What's your honorable mention there, bud?
I don't know. I'm starting to feel like there's not that many colors.
There's really only the rainbow, and then everything else is deviance.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah, I mean, gold was a cool pick. Like, you can go
Yeah,
silver.
it's a solid pick
Silver is, but
for a
yeah,
number 2 type of guy.
yeah, silver has to be.
Yeah, for just weaponry alone.
Yeah, and also my cat is named Silver. So, and from my favorite character from Sonic Riders.
Silver, his
Silver.
grandson.
Sick.
You know Sonic's grandson
And I didn't know that.
from the future. He's like future Trunks.
He's like
basically.
Trunks.
He's
Oh,
Trunks.
wow, what the
He's from the
fuck, he's
future.
so
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yeah, he's Sonic's
Yeah.
grandson.
Honorable mention Silver.
That's lit.
Okay.
I feel like we have pretty good picks.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a rare Chris L right there.
I
feel
think
like it's a
I think the
rare
people
Chris
that
L,
film me, they film.
Yeah, they ride for you.
They film me.
No.
So-
I'm not here to make easy decisions.
no one rides for you.
Green?
man.
You're gonna say I took a L? I took
No.
green, bro. That's the number one color.
That's your
That's
only
my
good
favorite.
pick. It's your only
Green's
good
the
pick.
best
Yeah,
color.
I agree.
And I had all
Top
colors
3.
in white.
It's not best. It's red, blue, green.
Blue, green, red.
Green, blue,
debatable,
red.
but
Green,
Those are
blue,
the
red.
big 3.
Now it's time for
Common Christian
yeah.
W.
Drake just released a new album,
it's time
reminiscing
for,
on his discography.
Yeah, he has a fat, rich history. I'm not the biggest fan of Drake, but it's hard to deny Drake.
At this
You
point,
can't really deny it.
yeah, at this point,
It's like denying Walmart for selling things.
or Amazon.
So what you're
It's like
saying,
denying Jeff Bezos. Yeah.
Yeah,
picking his
Deny the
most
bald man.
his best influential songs, or what
I
you
think
the best Drake song is?
Yeah, let's just do what we think the best Drake song is and have a case in point for why.
Okay. So who wants
And
to?
our guest needs to go first.
Okay. So what do you think the
Darn.
best?
I don't want to go first.
You don't want to
You
go
don't?
first?
I want to go last.
Okay.
I can go first.
Go first.
David,
David.
go first.
The best Drake song of all time? Headlines. Obviously. Come on, guys. No reaction for that?
No.
I mean, taking
I
the
mean,
class.
you talking on governments, overdose on governments.
get it.
No, I get it. That's definitely one of his most known songs. What's your reasoning?
Nostalgia and
It's
peak.
definitely hits.
I think
It's a
Take
headbanger.
Care.
It's
I
a
think,
head.
I think Take
when
Care
that beat
is
comes on,
peak
it takes
Drake.
about T minus 1 second to get in there.
My favorite Drake song. I'm just saying you could do
Dang.
better.
It is called So Far
That's
Gone.
good.
Marvin's Room.
Not Think
Yeah.
Later. Marvin's Room?
Is it
Marvin's
Take-
Room is my favorite.
That's
This
such
is
a
best-
hype beast
it's like-
answer, though. I actually don't really find myself wanting to play that song that
Ah.
often.
You just don't go through enough.
I definitely do.
That's a picking white second type of answer.
So I'm
I
going
think
to
that song is
say.
an utter bop.
No,
and
it
it
is.
gets you through things.
No,
So
it
you
was
guys
great.
both went popularity.
But you have to. Well,
Well, they're
okay.
the best. They're great.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Also,
No, I feel
The
it.
Weeknd wrote that album.
Yeah, but it's
And
fun.
The Weeknd's my favorite artist.
I get it, bro. I get it. I respect it. I feel you both chose to Take Care song. I feel you. I'm going to go. I believe it's 5 p.m. in Toronto. I'm pretty sure that's the song.
I know
It's
it.
the type of song you listen on SoundCloud.
it's a good, exactly. It's like a nice, like all real Drake fans know it type of song. It influenced a lot, and he said one of his best bars that foreshadowed his entire career. He said, "I give them the look, the verse, and even the hook. That's why every song sounds like Drake featuring Drake." When he said that, it came true for the next 15 years. Every song does sound like Drake featuring Drake, especially
It was
because
just him stealing flows.
he gave a lot though too. Though
Maybe the
he
ghost.
gave a lot.
We don't know about that.
We do. He's
But
writing creds on
he's
so much.
Still,
He wrote so much.
He's still copying on his latest album, which is like, come on, Drake.
He's still what?
He's still copying flows on his latest album.
This was not an album.
His EP.
I like
Can't
the
live without it.
reasoning, but
Your reasoning is good.
the pick is
Just
The
comes
pick
straight
is
to my
cultured.
head.
The pick is
it's a
cultured.
culture pick. I guess.
Yeah. If I was gonna go popularity, I mean, I'd choose Hotline Bling.
Whoa,
chill out,
God.
dude.
That kind
This
of
is a
started.
memes-
I was
memes
gonna say
meme
that
song.
started music meme culture. Like
No, it did not.
It was impactful for meme culture.
Lil B, the bass god, started music meme culture.
There's a
but
lot
I'm
of
talking
memes from
about
that,
like
but-
I'm talking about
in the
like
mainstream.
in
Like
the
the tennis racket and
mainstream, like
stuff.
everybody was doing the dance. I was almost that for Halloween. I almost had the red jacket and the Timbs.
Yeah.
Like
No, I did actually.
that music video just was like the second you even saw it, you were like, well, this is gonna do fucking numbers.
Yeah, I mean because
Like-
If
it's
TikTok was around for that,
basically like
That's what I'm saying.
basically like a Robin Thicke song.
Could you imagine if
It's like-
TikTok was around for that?
It's basically like Blurred Lines Part 2.
Honestly, another honorable mention should be what's it? Kiki, do you love me? That kind of
Yeah,
started
is there
songs
another
having
one?
dances with them
I
again.
agree.
Yeah.
I
Again,
agree.
like
That's a
it
main
brought
thing.
that
It
back.
brought it back.
It brought it back. It was like the birth of like the TikTok dancing time. Everybody
yes.
was jumping out the car, doing the dance.
Yeah.
It's just like really went so viral. I remember it was around New Year's and like they did a fucking like ABC did like a New Year's collage of the most memorable moments. It was just such a like
Yeah.
it was culture and the song was bigger than it should like because Shiggy did the dance. Like it was just so. It also brought City Girls, which like introduced female rap exploding again. Like
Right.
it just like it's such a like pinpoint of when culture turned into what it is today. In My Feelings is the name of the song.
one of my favorites. It's not like I wouldn't pick it for like best or whatever. But one of my favorites is "Feel No Ways."
That David, beat wise, that's as strong as it gets.
Vibes and everything.
That's as strong as it gets.
It should be downtown. We've been on the way to you. So it's such a different song from him. That's like
It belongs to me.
such a good song.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Haven't heard it.
And now you try to
Not a
make me
Drake
feel
guy,
away.
clearly. Not a Drake guy.
Oh, please.
I don't even know if you can call this would be my honorable mention just because of his verse on it. It was Forever.
I mean, yeah.
It's impactful.
It's in
I
mad
mean,
commercials. It was.
That was
It was.
I
That was
literally
every
felt-
12-year-old
I
basketball
literally-
player's dream.
that was my first time ever feeling epic.
Yeah,
You were like,
was
I'm
listening
lacing
to
up
that
the
song.
shoes and
that
I'm
is
going
an epic
pro.
song.
That song was epic as fuck.
I'm lacing up my KDs and I'm about to.
No, back then it was
My-
LeBron's. It was
No,
LeBron
back
was
then
in
it
the
was-
video.
Back
I had
then
a
it
pair
was,
of KDs.
It was Rezigs.
Well, yeah, but it
It
was,
was
like.
John Wall.
But it was when
in his
LeBron
Reebok
was like,
deal.
Remember, it was like the story of LeBron going from like a kid to
Yeah,
adult
more
in
than
the
a game.
video.
It was the more than a game.
Dude, that shit
Which
was,
was-
so classic.
Insane. That's my favorite. One of my favorite.
That's a
documentaries
good
ever.
posse cut.
I'm gonna watch the Redeem Team when I get home.
Mm.
I haven't seen it yet.
I don't do sports.
Forgot. He doesn't do sports, David.
I don't watch sports. I play
respectable.
sports. It just like gives me a weird feeling when I watch sports. Like I just want to go out there. Like it's like
Yeah, I could do that.
no, it's just like I feel I feel like I'm like on the bench. Like put me in, coach. Like I don't know. It makes me nervous to watch sports. I just feel like I'm like anxiety.
I like watching things that I can never do with my body.
Like
me too. I
UFC.
like, bro. I love UFC. I love gymnastics,
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Olympics.
Yeah. But basketball.
I don't want to
is like-
watch anything I can do.
You're sick.
Is that weird?
You see LeBron like
And that's why I never
jumping
watch
from the
porn.
free throw line. That's a good one, Dave.
That is so good.
You see LeBron jumping from the free throw line. You nah.
Yeah,
No,
He
I
lowers your goal to 6 feet and does it.
I did that in my little tykes when I was
Yeah.
4.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know. It's something about like I want to play. Like I did love nothing more than like the feeling of playing soccer with my friends and stuff or basketball. It's just so much fun. But like watching it makes me like want to just go outside and play. Like,
It's understandable.
yeah, I don't know.
Well,
And I didn't grow up in a sports household. That too.
that will
So-
do it to you.
There's no.
Yeah,
We
all
only
our
like
houses
sports
is
if your
sports.
dad likes
we
sports.
only watch the finals of things.
Yeah.
Like I'll watch the NBA finals and the Super Bowl. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And the World Series when the Braves go, or the Dodgers go from LA.
Ew, dude, get
Ooh.
the fuck out.
We got to stop. Chris
Yeah,
is
we gotta
just
chill.
tacking on like
Yeah.
rancid things.
Rancicities.
He keeps getting worse.
Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. I think this is probably our longest episode, but this is my most
16.
enjoyable episode.
Thank you guys
nice.
thank you,
And
Chris.
thank you, Chris, for opening up your house to us.
Cook the
We're
bum.
Of
definitely-
course, you guys are very welcome anytime.
We're gonna be back.
Please come
That's
back.
Unfortunately.
usually how it goes.
I'll try to be better next time.
Once you let me in, it's hard to get me out.
That is very true.
Oh,
Put on
this
my-
is
a lot of
Gabe
things
under the
on my
floorboards.
If there's any cameras, just ignore those. They're off. I promise.
All right.
Well, or microphones. But thank you
Alright.
guys for watching. Make sure you tune in. New episodes every Monday at 5 a.m. Make sure you leave a 5-star, obviously, on Apple
Please.
Podcast, Google
We need
Podcasts,
that. We need that.
Overcast,
Mm.
Spotify,
Spotify,
and
Apple Pods,
make sure you follow Cook the Bum.
Pandora.
And
We'll drop all his socials in the link below.
Drop them.
thank you guys for watching. We'll see you
Thanks,
next week.
guys.
Bye.